Let's go to Kumasi, where air travelers from the Ashanti and adjoining regions will soon not have to head towards the Kotoka International Airport in Accra before connecting to international flights. This is because the Kumasi International Airport is on the verge of completion as contractors work around the clock to install final fittings required to operationalize the grand edifice, which is expected to process about 1 million passengers annually. My colleague Manuel Cranting was granted exclusive access to the facility. Here's more.
So this is the new Kumasi International Airport, built to be completed by the end of 2022. Well, details are what we're going to get for you right here as we speak to the resident engineer here on site with ADK Consortium. Grateful said that you could speak to us here on JOYNEWS. Just briefly explain to us, I mean, well, we hear about Kumasi International Airport and all of that. People think that there's another Kotoka International Airport that is being replicated here in Kumasi. Just a bit of details on the project.
This is a new airport, so to speak. Considering the existing airport, we are building a new terminal, putting an extension onto the existing runway. And this will allow for the new classification of a Code 4D, which will mean we can handle the critical aircraft of a 737-800. And that has a bigger capacity. And that aircraft can fly you to Europe, basically.
But let's talk about the details of this particular project. When did it start? And we know it's supposed to end sometime later this year, but just a bit of details of the timelines and how exhaustive really you've gone.
All right, basically there was a phase 2 of this project. The phase 2 of this project was to build a new terminal. And the new terminal is 12,000 square meters on 3 levels. So we have the ground level, the first level, and then the mezzanine level. The mezzanine level is to handle the air bridges. That's the new international standard. That is where the passengers will depart and passengers will arrive. On the ground floor, you will have where you do your normal check-in, and you have some commercial space where there are some restaurants and there are some commercial shops. And then you also have a facility, which is the VVIP, which was originally a separate building on the old terminal, but that has all been incorporated into this new terminal. The next floor is the departure level, and that is where you do all your security check-ins and you wait for your aircraft to be called, and hopefully you will get the benefit of going on the escalators and going on the air bridges, which we didn't have before on this Kumasi Airport. So basically that is it. And the runway is to do an extension from 1.98 kilometers to 2.320 kilometers.
Let's bring it home a bit and then talk about the implication of this expansion. I mean, how many, check-ins, if you like, passengers, for instance, did you carry in the old terminal, and what will be the, the increment when you come into this new terminal?
The current terminal is running probably about 400 passengers throughput every year. And this new terminal is going to do 100,000 passengers every year, 400,000 every year. This new terminal is going to do 1 million, and it will always have the potential overrun to about 1.5, depending on our operational level. Because an airport design is supposed to do a 24-hour service. So currently we are doing only up the window morning 6 o'clock to probably about 8, 9ish. But once we go through the process of finishing this one and that window of opportunity is increased, then it will have a capacity to even to go to about 1.5 million. But the design is to process 200 passengers every hour, and that we have 8 check-in desks, and we have a baggage handling system that has a redundancy of 100%, means that it can handle 500 baggages per hour. The team of ADK currently working, yes, most of the team were people that have come from Terminal 3 in Accra, and that the learning that we all took from there has probably helped that and put that in good stead to be able to ensure that this project has what it really requires, and that it will deliver to the client's expectation. So in terms of the team, the architecture, bits, the structural engineering bit of it, the materials, technical side, drainage and electromechanical side has really been thought through. And in airport designs, you always need some redundancies, which is also another technical word. Redundancies mean that you build to have like spares, SSs, and that these are leading to the cost of the project. So like I told you, the baggage handling system, which is an integral part of the air terminal, has a redundancy of 100%. So it means that there isn't anything like we'll have a problem, because even the system can do 100%. It means they can do 1,000. So even if we require 500 bags, it can do 1,000. And these are the things. We also have 2 energy centers. What then it means is that the airport will be relying on 2 standby facilities. So if we don't have ECG, we can rely on 1 energy center, and 1 energy center will be standing. And even if that one goes off, you can also rely on the 2nd energy center. So these are the redundancy aspects that I want to talk about. And then the throughput for the screening systems have also these redundancies in. Even 2 can do it, we have 4. On the immigration boxes, we have also simulated on the fact that you can do a 3 on 200 passengers, but we have like 8. So these are all the redundancies, and you need it. And these are all the ICAO standards that you always have to build into an airport.
And it gives you space to expand possibly in the future without having to necessarily expand.
This is also very true. The original concept was to do 800 passengers, and that was giving us a level of comfort of A. Level of comfort of A means that you have free space. So even if the capacity increases, a lot of people in there, the comfort, there's space for people to walk around.